Yo, Arsenal fans, welcome back to the Arsenal Roundup. We have a lot of interesting and exciting updates in the world of Arsenal to show you today. Let's get right into this video. For the past few days, we've been reporting to you that Arsenal are seriously interested in the services of veteran defender Riccardo Calafori, but as of now, the deal is still not yet done, and we understand Arsenal remain interested and negotiations are still underway, but it's not done yet. But we need to wait and see if the deal will be done in the next 24 to 48 hours as earlier reported. But that is not the only thing we'll be talking about today, because we have other interesting Arsenal news and stories in terms of our ongoing transfer pursuit of some targets and also some players that are expected to leave the Emirates Stadium in this summer transfer window. So let's start off with one man who has also been mentioned as a player that is keenly admired at the Emirates. He is Mikel Merino, because we have an update today about him from reliable journalist Fabrizio Romano, saying that Mikel Merino is on the list at Barcelona for sure. Arsenal have also been tracking him as he is considered a good market opportunity with 1 year left on his contract, while Mikel Arteta also follows resources out regularly. Let's see what happens. So there you have it, guys. Fabrizio Romano not stating that he is being actively pursued currently by our club Arsenal, but it seems like Arsenal are closely monitoring the situation of this player. It's no news that Arsenal actually need a backup midfielder. We have Thomas Partey and Jorginho playing that number 6 role, but to make Rice play a more advanced role, we need more backup, especially with the fact that we have someone like Mohamed Elneny already leaving our club. Don't forget, it was announced as one of the players that has been released after their contract expired, alongside the likes of Sergio Suarez. So Arsenal are in need of a new midfielder. Of course, we mentioned to you at the beginning of this transfer window that a new striker, left back or left centre back, central midfielder, and also a winger. These are the to-do list of Arsenal in the transfer window of this summer. So, but in terms of the player's profile himself, who is Mikel Merino, who has been linked with Arsenal? Yes, we were linked with one man before at Real Sociedad. His name is Martin Zubimendi, but it seems like, according to some sources, that the player likes it at Real Sociedad, even after Mikel Arteta tried to convince, reportedly though, try to convince this man to join Arsenal, it still doesn't feel like he wants to join. So that is one of the reasons why Arsenal have probably shifted their attention now to other transfer targets. So Martin Zubimendi, we understand Arsenal are still interested in him, but there is no willingness so far from his own party. So at the moment, Arsenal are looking at Mikel Merino. Now, this Mikel Merino, how is he? What's his profile like? He is a central midfielder who is comfortably playing in the central midfield, either in the number 6 role or in the number 8. So Mikel Merino is a player that you have to look out for in this summer transfer window. Of course, he's not a young profile like Arsenal to look out for, but like I said, because of the departure of Mohamed Elneny, the agent Thomas Partey, and of course Arteta wants to free more Rice going forwards next season. So that is one of the reasons why Mikel Arteta is keenly interested in this player, Mikel Merino. And I'll tell you what, Mikel Merino is a player that really excels well in dictating the tempo of the game. He has good passing ability and also he has good vision. So he's a kind of similar profile to Jorginho, but let's see how and where Arteta will utilize him in the Arsenal setup if eventually Edu and Mikel Arteta complete the signing. So let's see how that one develops. But Fabrizio Romano are just confirmed, of course, that the interest is there from Arsenal. Mikel Merino is a player you should look out for, Arsenal fans. Alright, moving forward, one other player who has been linked with our club in the recent hours, because don't forget, in the Arsenal up here we give you the latest happenings in the world of Arsenal as it's happening. So in the recent hours, one man has been linked heavily with our club, and he's also a player that wanted to sign as a backup option. Of course, we have been told by some sources that he's been scouted or been pursued as a signing for backup option for our goalkeeping department. So he is not a person but Wolves goalkeeper Dan Bentley. Dan Bentley has been linked with Arsenal. In the recent hours, Arsenal have increased their effort to bring this man to the Emirates, and of course, we now have an update on him today on the Arsenal Roundup. And the update is that Arsenal have had their first bid for this goalkeeper rejected. But how much was Arsenal putting in for this goalkeeper? Because we have an update from Simon Collins saying that Arsenal have had a bid rejected for Wolves goalkeeper Dan Bentley. Total offer was £50,000, which is a way of Wolves' valuation. Goalkeeper has 1 year left on his contract. To be told, up until now, even David Austin did not state exact figure Arsenal put in for this goalkeeper. But going by what we have heard so far about Arsenal interest in this goalkeeper, he is not a priority signing. He's not meant to come in and give David Raya our new #1 goalkeeper now, because he has now signed on a permanent transfer from Brentford. So he's not meant to come in and give Raya some tough competition or something. He's just coming in as a backup. I'm even hearing third choice goalkeeper. So that's really explain why Arsenal are not even putting in a large sum of offer for him. So don't be shocked, like, why is Arsenal putting up something so low as that for a new player? He is not even first choice at Wolves, but Arsenal are looking at a profile of somebody who can come into the club comfortably as a backup option, not competition for places, just a backup option for emergency situation probably. So that explains the reason why Arsenal are not putting in too much bid into that. But the bid has been rejected by Wolves out of hand, and let's see if Arsenal return for that one. So we'll keep you up to speed as per development on that one. Will Arsenal return for the goalkeeper, or will Arsenal look at other possible goalkeeper targets? We'll find out in the coming days of this transfer window. Alright, moving on. I think that is all we have today in terms of our incomings. So, but let's keep you up to date also about what is going on about players that are probably going to leave our team in the coming days or probably coming hours of the transfer window. Don't forget, the transfer window has been officially opened for English Premier League clubs since July the 17th, and of course, Arsenal have not yet signed any player we know, but a lot of other clubs, they are signing players. And there's one thing I want to tell you, Arsenal fans or football fans around the world, is that if you notice recently, Arsenal don't rush to make signings. Arsenal take their time. They have a policy, they have a profile what they're looking for, and that is one of the reasons why we've been getting it right in the transfer market ever since Edo has taken over and working with Mikel Merino. It has been an absolute brilliant union. So it has been a blessing for us. I don't know if that's the same for other clubs, but it's really working for us. So that's why I want you all Arsenal fans to be patient with the club, because I know it's frustrating because Calafiori has been close to joining us for a while now, and as of now we've not had any tangible progress in terms of agreement between both parties. But the player has agreed to join. But where the sticking point is right now is agreement between both clubs, Bologna and Arsenal. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see if that comes in the next hours. Although we understand that negotiations are still going on between both parties, and of course Arsenal are actively working to get that deal completed. According to Fabrizio Romano, the reliable journalist from Italy, he is saying that negotiations still continue today. So a deal will of course be thrashed out in the next hours or in the next couple of days. So Arsenal fans, let's get relaxed. Calafiori has said yes to Arsenal. He has given his green light and told everybody he's going to Arsenal. So what does need to be done right now is agreement in principle or agreement in total between both parties, Arsenal and Bologna, and of course we will have our player being unveiled at the Emirates. So that's just the latest in terms of our incomings. Now let's give you a speedy update about one man probably forgotten by many Arsenal fans already, but I want to make it known to you guys. We signed one player, probably one of the players that you can say probably didn't work out well even under this Mikel Merino and Edu Gaspar. Rain is Nuno Tavares. Nuno Tavares. You remember we signed him from Benfica, and when he joined our club, he spent the beginning of the season on a red hot form, but unfortunately, he lost focus in certain games, led to him being brought out in the first half, I think, or probably going to the I'm not sure about that, but maybe it's probably going to the end of the first half. It was subbed off, and that was just it. That spelled the end of his career at Arsenal, probably, because ever since he wasn't able to give out his best again in the subsequent games he featured in, and he was eventually loaned out to Marseille. He had a fairly successful loan spell at Marseille, but he's back at Arsenal, and now Arsenal are working on his exit, according to what we understand, because today we are told that Lazio are offering 6 to 7 million euros for Nuno Tavares, whereas Arsenal are demanding 8 to 9 million euros plus a significant sell-on clause. Lazio will hold a meeting with Tavares' agent on Wednesday to agree personal terms, and the club remain very confident in completing a deal. So, Italian sides, we all know them. They are very good at not signing at very expensive rate, but they want to sell at expensive rates. So it's no surprise for me personally, because I know Lazio, they are one club that love to take advantage of stuff like this. So, but they want to sign our left back, Portuguese left back, Tavares. So Arsenal fans, do you feel that fee is fair enough for the player we signed for £7 million, and he is about to leave now for around 8 to 9 million euros, which is thereabout? Arsenal just want to recoup back what they spent on signing this Portuguese left back. So that is the update we have on Nuno Tavares. But out of the blue, before we end this show, let's give you a live update, because currently we are told by a source from Italy right now that Lazio have had a total agreement with Arsenal to sign Nuno Tavares on loan with an obligation to buy at around 7 million euros. Lazio now need to agree personal terms with the player, and that is by Alfredo Pedula. So like I told you, it's not a year ago from Mr. Yeago himself, Fabrizio Romano, but this source is quite reliable. So let us see if we get an official confirmation from Arsenal himself or from a more reliable source, Fabrizio Romano. But we understand that Arsenal really want to push out this player because they are already working on a new player that could play that left back position, and we still have the likes of Kriantianim, Zichenko and Kiro who also could play that left back. But at least when Nuno Tavares is out of the way, it will be easier for them to plan for next season. So maybe not desperate, but Arsenal are looking to sell this player, of course. So there could be some legs in that report. So, but we'll keep you up to speed and up to date regarding that transfer. So that's the end of the Arsenal drop today. And don't forget to please like and share to your friends, your fellow Arsenal fans, and of course the Arsenal family. We'd like to see you in our next video. Until then, your boy is out.